Hi everyone, this is Sharon. I'm back today with a flip through of my latest journal, and this one is one that I've called Memoirs. I've tied it up with a silk ribbon. And the cover of this journal I made by hand, so I put a really nice linen fabric that I have. Did not use it for its intended use, so I've got quite a bit of this. You'll see this popping up on future journals as well. I really love it, so I have to use it up. This particular journal has 5 signatures with an exposed spine. And the inside, there's really no particular theme that I did for this journal. I did use a lot of the images from Roxy Creations Botanical kits 1 and 2. They have some really beautiful shades of blue in those kits, and that's why I wanted to match them up with this cover. The inside covers, I also used a kit from Rachel. This is the Antique Letters, I believe it's called, this one, and then I have one on the back cover as well. So flipping through, did incorporate some book pages in between as well. This is a botanical book. Here I just stitched this little side tuck and created a journal tag. These pages are so beautiful. I just really haven't done a lot to those in particular. A little stamping there. Here I created a side pocket, sort of, did some collaging on there, inserted an altered playing card. It's a really nice old deck that I got from the UK, and it's got really beautiful lettering and numbers on it, and I thought of that after I covered it. Maybe I shouldn't cover them quite so much, but anyway, I decoupaged a napkin on there and put a tab on it. And then the back side of this pocket, I used some vintage wallpaper that I have in my collection. And this is a shorthand book page. On these bird pages, I did some loose stitching, kind of a blanket stitch. And then on these ties here, I just added a couple of stamps. Here I used a strip of, it's like a twill tape, but it's printed. I really love that. And I created a journal card to slide in there. I've incorporated throughout some of my coffee dyed paper. What I like to do in journals where I've got some really decorative papers on the outside of each signature, I like to break it up a little bit with something more plain. So here I just covered this signature with some straw paper and punched along the edge. Here I created a tab with some paper lace and a button. Took a piece of old map, added that as a pocket. And then in here I created a journaling card. I received some German scrap with an Etsy order recently, and I incorporated that in a couple of the pieces of that into this journal. And I also set it up as a tuck spot, so you could stick something in there. Here I created a cluster and adhered that to the corner. This is a piece of old French ledger. Botanical book page. This is a pocket I created, and on the back of the page I stamped kind of an Art Nouveau stamp pattern. And then in here I have this piece of handmade paper that is stamped. And this is a copy of an antique letter that I have. There's some journaling space in there. Here I just took this Botanical book page and turned it back and did some punching along the edge. Here's a corner tuck with another piece of German scrap. This is a journaling card that's been collaged, and then I did a little bit of stenciling on the back. Gorgeous blues on these pages. Here I took a little fabric sample and just stapled it on the edge as a tab. This is an Edith Holden book page, and here I created an envelope and I cut it down and resized it, and then I flipped it inside out because I love the inside of these security envelopes. And then I replaced the acetate windows with some old tracing paper. And this is the back. On this page, I glued a doily, and then I did a wax seal with some string underneath it. Here's a pocket with these beautiful ladies, and in there I inserted a journaling card with some old music sheet. This is a typing lesson book page. Here I've got some Tim Holtz vellum, and I just put a little patch on there. And then on this side I adhered a piece of an old photo. Here I created a tuck with this lace header, and then have a little bit of fabric and paper button on there. This flips out. I added a little bit of washi on that page. And then here I added sari trim for a side tuck. And then I've got this old envelope. I think it's a first day stamp envelope. And in there I have a journaling sheet with an old letter image on this side, and then room to journal on the back. Here I've got a couple of journaling cards. These are actually images from a wallpaper sample book, pretty old one. And then I backed it with some avocado dyed ledger paper. And then here I created a little pocket and a tag. Added a tab with one of the tags from the Botanical kits. And then this flips out. Got a little bit of lace trim in there. You'll also see I've incorporated a kit from it's GTDesigns, and it's a really neat kit. Now I'm going to forget the name of it. I'll put it down below. But it's just a really nice array of laces and fabrics and ephemera, and I've incorporated some of those in here as well. This is also from that same kit. And I just created a journaling card, tucked that in there. Here I created a tag and adhered a botanical image on the front and in the back with a journaling card in there. This is wallpaper. Actually, this whole tag is wallpaper. In this signature, I added a couple of charms on the bottom. And this is a tag with a little bit of grid paper on the back. Here, this is again some of that avocado dyed ledger paper that flips up for some journaling space underneath. And this side tuck got a little bit of a doily image there. And then just created this journaling card. And this is an old postcard from my collection from 1909. And these are the sunken gardens at Mitchell Park in Milwaukee. Here I just took some old, an old book page and put it on with an eyelet. On this page, I created a tag, a double tag that goes over the page. And there's some journaling space on the backs of these. This is a Botanical book page. Here I attached a chiffon ruffle. This I think might be my favorite page. I love that. Here's a pocket and tucked in a tag from one of the kits. And this is just an old piece of French ephemera. In this next series of pages, these from the bird book, I created these little tucks from a lace digital. That one again is GTDesigns. I'm gonna probably say that wrong. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And then I backed these with straw paper that's been embossed, and then just did a little collaging on there as well. Tucked in a library card in this one. And then up here I added an altered playing card. And on this side as well. And then in this one I tucked a couple of tea cards. These are ones I got from, I think they're both from Canada. Yep. Here on this drill page, this shorthand book, it was a little bit too wide, so I just folded it over, glued it down, and then stenciled the edge of that. In this little side tuck, I put a photo from my collection. Oh, that's gonna glare. It says honeymoon in New Orleans. On this page, I created a belly band. That's from one of the, I think it's a journal card, but I cut it down. And then here I just stitched this little bit of layered piece onto a vellum envelope. And then I put a couple of images in there, so those peek through. And on this page, I just layered up some papers and laces and topped it with a button. And that's the end. So this journal is actually going off to its new owner today. She doesn't know it's coming, but I hope she likes it. So now it's off to more Christmas. I think I'll be doing Christmas journals for a little bit now. So it's not too early to play Christmas music, is it? I hope not. Until next time, bye-bye.